course of moving forward, not moving backwards. But it looks like that's what they want to do. So we're going to be dealing with the Attorney General office and local offices across the country, but certainly here in Michigan, we're going to have to deal with our local Attorney General and make sure we send that message quite clear. Don't roll back. We come too far to turn around now.
Now, and you're right. And let me say this. I repeat, I said it earlier in the show. Yes, Attorney General Sessions has ordered prosecutors to go for mandatory sentences. Yes, he has stopped the whole concept ordered by his two previous attorney generals that the prosecutors are not to ask for maximum time of low-level nonviolent drug offenses. But the Congress has a crime reform bill that they can pass that would nullify him because he'd have to then face the law. It would not be Attorney General policy, it would be the law. That's what we need to be putting pressure on. Everybody ought to be emailing, writing, calling their member of Congress, as we have told you to do with the senators in terms of health care, as we are preparing to do and already doing around National Action Network. We need to put the heat on the Congress that we need this bill passed. We brought 50,000 people to Washington in the cold winter before last.
That's right.
We brought several thousand even in the sleet this January, saying these days was going to come. A lot of people say, here they go again. Well, you're not going to say that when they pull you over and deal with you in a criminal way, and we can't call the Justice Department for you. So you got to put the pressure on, and you have to put it on these Congress people and state governments about special prosecutors, which is what we came out of our convention with, that we're calling the Ella Baker Initiative. Let's go to the phones, Reverend. Let's go to Chicago, WBON 1690. Home of the Governor Cliff Kelly. Sherry, you're on Keeping It Real with Reverend Charles Williams and Reverend Al Sharpton.
Good afternoon, gentlemen. Reverend Charles, I certainly appreciate you.
Thank you.
No problem. Most of what I wanted to say had already been said, but there was an especially part about us planning for the future that's like very huge right now, because the opposition is definitely planning for our future.
That's right.
And that's not getting out in public media, mainstream media, but it's all over the alternative media. You know, they're even dropping names at this point. But I also wanted to say something a little bit in defense of the people who didn't vote. Like myself, I did not vote these last elections because I felt like you're giving me someone who's openly racist and is a criminal against someone else who, when they address the black community, the best thing they can say is, what have you got to lose? I just refuse to accept the position that that's all you're going to give me. That's like saying, okay, you have a choice of taking the flu or pneumonia. I choose to be healthy. No, that's not a choice. You got to take the flu or pneumonia. I just refuse to be part of that part of the system. So I just wanted to say that in defense. But yeah, we do need to plan, moving ahead, because they are. And they're dropping names already.
Well, let me say this. All right, let me take your analogy, Sherry. If you say that they give you the option of the flu or pneumonia, and you choose neither, you rather be well, okay. So if you didn't choose one or the other, are you well?
But it's not because I contributed to that situation. I felt like we should have been doing something to tear that situation down a long time ago.
But we didn't. So what I'm saying, we didn't do it a long time ago. So if those were the only choices, you're going to have one or the other. Well was not an option. You're going to have the flu or you're going to have pneumonia. Well was not an option. See, what all I'm saying to you, Sherry, is you act like you had three options. Well, pneumonia, flu. You only had two, flu or pneumonia. There was no option that you're going to be well. You're going to live under one of them.
Okay, but I still feel kind of like I win. I decided not to go with the flu. I decided not to go with pneumonia.
And you got pneumonia. And you have pneumonia.
But in the end game, no, it's not over yet.
Well, no. You may get over pneumonia, but you have pneumonia. They're getting ready to take health care. They already changed the criminal justice system. Now, I'm with you that we can get over it, but we have pneumonia. We may have had the flu. I'm not even arguing with your analogy. I'm just saying, don't act like wellness was an option. So a lot of people, I agree with you. I was not, who's not in? Donald Trump is in. If he declare war tomorrow, we going to war.
No.
He fired the FBI director. He's fired. He's in. All of us in denial. Let me give y'all a news flash. Donald Trump is the president. And if he makes an executive order, it will be followed. He's the commander-in-chief. He's running around with a football near him that if he hits 8 buttons, we are in a nuclear war. Let us not play with ourselves. He is the president. Now, we need to get out of it, but let's realize what we in. Thank you for your call. No, we shouldn't have cut her. I didn't know she was going to keep talking. But you see, Reverend Williams, what I'm trying to get people to understand, and I was no fan of neither one of them. I felt Hillary was a better option, but I was no fan of either one of them. But I want people to understand that we are in it, and we got to undo it. And that and people that chose the lesser option did it because they felt they didn't want to lose everything. Trump is saying, I'm going to take it all back.
Right. And, you know, Rev, that is the problem that we have in our community is that too many of us decide, well, I don't like this, I don't like that, I'm just going to opt out. You just can't. It's not possible. As long as breath is in your body, the only way you opt out of this life, as far as I know, is when you have taken your last breath and you've gone on to glory. I mean, that's
and you ain't out there because where they bury you is a political decision. Whether your family gets the estate tax or not is fine. All that you may be out, but your situation is not out. We got to deal with it, and I understand Sherry, and I hope she understood the spirit I was taking. I understand her and identify with her sentiment, but I want us to understand that these political situations are not an option. We're going to be in it or not. The food you eat is FDA regulated.
That's right.
We're in it. The air you breathe has something to do with EPA, environmental protection. You're in it. People go, I'm not in the system. Oh, yeah, you are. I was riding around one night with one of my Ungawa revolutionary brothers, and he said, I'm not in the system. And I said, well, what'd you stop for the light for? The system put that light up. Just keep driving.
That's
you
right.
look at me, man, leave me alone. I said, no, you in it. We're in it. Now let's change it. And I don't want us to stay not being involved and think that we can just cop out and drop out. You can't get out. You're going to have to deal with it and deal with it. Let's take a break. We'll be right back. Williams, Sharpton, keeping it real. Be right back.